You have been in office for 8 years. Why haven't you been implementing all these theories? 8 years. You had 8 years to 8 years to fight against this issue. You haven't implemented anything that you've said. You are still in parliament. This is an election year. This could have been your campaign point. This could have been what you would do to impress us. We are easily impressed. Now, the level that we have reached, our water levels have reached in the value, we can't use alum anymore. We use polymer. And polymer is used in purifying waste water. So at this point in time, our water bodies are comparable to wastewater. Think about it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Chopping Block. My name is Manifect. Yes. The aftermath of the Stop Galamsey Now Free the Citizens protest. Yes. So, our president on France 24, which is a media platform, a foreign media platform to be specific, was asked questions pertaining to the arrest of protestees. Yes. And our president has something to say. Before you watch the video, let me summarize everything. They were fooling. The government arrested them. They are being dealt with. I am not the one that arrested them. It is not in my power.
Right. Are you concerned about protest movements? We've seen a lot of protests. Some activists were arrested, put in jail. The opposition is saying you're trying to stifle dissent.
I'm not responsible for jailing people in Ghana. The courts in Ghana are independent institutions, and they have been all through this period of the Fourth Republic. People misconduct themselves and they're brought before court. It's for the court to deal with them. That's not a matter.
It has nothing to do about politics.
It has nothing to do with the executive. And their behavior is what lands them in problem with the police and with the courts. It's not the protests. How can the president, who himself, his political career was aided by leading protests, have problems with protests? I don't have problems with protests. And nothing is done in Ghana to prevent people from airing their views on anything.
This is what our president had to say. So tell me, why didn't he highlight on the reasons as to why they were arrested in the first place? Before that scramble, why are you addressing us on a foreign media platform when there are multiple media houses in this country that are working and functioning properly? There isn't anything wrong with them. Why? And this one cries, it's not like he was addressing us. Your boy was asked questions. And it just happened to Tufa. I said, it wasn't addressing us. He was just answering his questions, and it just happened to include our issue. And he didn't even hint on our issue. And he had tapping merchants. And we have gone and we have searched for it, and we are looking at him. He hasn't asked us to come and look at him. Your president wasn't addressing us. He was addressing those people, the France 24 people. He wasn't addressing us. Then he had tapping merchants. It's fine. For a president to be interviewed in a foreign platform, you are asked reasons as pertaining to why people are being arrested in your country. You say that, it's because they were not confounding to rules and regulations, and as such, the law they were arrested, and the law is dealing with them. You didn't hear the reasons as to why they were arrested. The Galamsey issue, if you don't know, and nobody can tell me that the president doesn't know that Galamsey is going on, or that's the reason why they are arrested, because clearly he knows that people are arrested. So automatically you have to know the reason why they were arrested. And even if you don't know, you have met with the organized labor, and the reason for meeting was to discuss matters relating to Galamsey. If you don't know, let me tell you this. There's a machine called the nephelometer. It's used to measure the cloudiness of water, aka turbidity. Yeah, it is measured in NTU. That's the unit for measurement. Now, per the World Health Organization, anything above 4 NTU is bad. It's to be purified. Anything below 4 is good. it's acceptable. Per the Ghana Water Company, last year, the way the machine works is that when you take your water sample and you place it inside, it sends light rays. So it measured by reflection. The amount of light rays that's able to pass through the water, it is measured and it shows you how cloudy the water is. Per the Ghana Water Company, last year, the turbidity of our waters was 10,000 NTU. 10,000 NTU. Today, 2024, this year, it is 14,000. 14,000 NTU. Yes. And you know that we use alum in purifying water. They mix it and the particles suspended it like falls to the bottom. My friend say, I've forgotten. It falls to the bottom and it becomes clean to some extent. Now, the level that we have reached, our water levels have reached it, the value, we can't use alum anymore. We use polymer. And polymer is used in purifying waste water. So at this point in time, our water bodies are comparable to waste water. Think about it. Our president was interviewed, and he didn't say anything related to this issue. Nothing. Yes, that is the first gentleman of the nation, of the land or of the nation, or whatever you say. If you don't know, now you know. That is how worse it has gotten. Right now, we have free Chocomilo. Chocomilo. This one, Chocomilo. Anything we have, Chocomilo. We have Milo everywhere, but you won't get any water to drink. Yes. Right now, you don't buy white clothes anymore because in the near future, you won't get clean water to wash them. Every time you should wear black. Start buying black clothes, Because if you buy white, eventually your white will be stained. Your white will be stained. Moving on from the presidents and even hinting on that meeting he had with the organized labor force. The organized labor force gave him an ultimatum that they met on the, when was it? The 3rd. Yes, 3rd October to discuss these matters. And they gave him an ultimatum that by 10th, if he hasn't done anything about the illegal mining, the Galamsey, they would go on a strike. My brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, they are going to do the strike. It has been brought that it is left with today is 7th, yes. So in 3 days' time, they will be going on the strike.
The government meeting with organized labor's response. We have concluded as follows. Our strike remains unchanged. I want to repeat, the strike notice remains unchanged. We have the view that what the government has proposed to do does not adequately address our demands. And therefore, our notice of strike notice remains unchanged. Thank you.
Moving on from our president, the first gentleman, let us go to the second gentleman of the nation. There's a video circulating online right now. I don't know if the video is an old video because the quality isn't all that good, or if it's a recent video. But it is a video with the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, addressing issues relating to Galamsey and how it can be regulated and managed to the best of our ability. Yes, watch the video.
You see what I mean? We are trying to always chase people, but we are not trying to prevent it happening in the first place. So one needs to look at the whole regime of small-scale mining and sanitize that regime, regularize the regime, make sure that the Geological Survey, the authority of Ghana, number one, does the mapping for where all the gold reserves are. At the moment, people are just doing trial and error, destroying our environment. There is no data backing where they go. They just go and dig, they don't find, they go to the next place and start digging, they don't find, they go to the next place. But I want us to set up community mining schemes with certainty from the Geological Survey Department that here you have gold. In that case, we can make sure that those who are mining there are regularized. We bring in these gold catcher machines that don't use mercury and make sure that they are not in water bodies. So we direct them and license them into areas so that they do responsible mining, environmentally sustainable mining. That is the way you stop this. But if you don't regulate them, then they will hide to do it at night. And when they feel people are not watching them, that's where they will go. They will get into the water bodies. But we need to regulate them, and we need to also enforce the laws that are already existent in duty. But if we can bring them into the formal sector and direct them into particular areas and say, this area, stay here and mine, and we will be able to monitor what you are doing. But if you don't provide that alternative, they are going to be always trying to play hide and seek with the law enforcement authorities. So I believe that, I always say prevention is better than cure. That should be our attitude. Let's sanitize this sector, let's regulate it, and let's enforce the law. So once they know, if you go here, you get gold, and you are all registered, all of you come with your Ghana card, we register you, we monitor you, we provide you common user facilities, then there's no need to go elsewhere to destroy the environment. And I believe that is a better way for us to deal with this galamsey menace.
Now, everything that he says makes sense. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Everything that he says, he's saying is on point. It makes sense. But tell me this. You have been in office for 8 years. Why haven't you been implementing all these theories? 8 years. You had 8 years to fight against this issue. You haven't implemented anything that you've said. You are still in parliament. This is an election year. This could have been your campaign point. This could have been what you would do to impress us. We are easily impressed. One year, who say, yeah. For the 8 years, even if they haven't done anything good, they have given us this clean source of water. You are giving us theories and book. Show us practicals. Where are the practical aspects? Why haven't these theories been implemented? Why haven't they been implemented? I don't know the formality to call the vice president. I'll call him Mr. Vice President. Why haven't you guys implemented any of these theories that you are talking about? Because from the levels that our waters, from the level of contamination that our waters have reached, you can't tell me that these things are being practiced. It is not possible that we can practice what you are saying, because what he's saying makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. But how is it that you have them, but it is you have come it in your head? Is it sharing is caring? Knowledge is power. You have all of this in your head. You won't give that to them and they will work with it. No, of course not. Why would you? This could have been your campaign point too. We say, yeah, we for vote for you. You big guy, man. You cleared actually. Right now, this guy say this to me, I can't crave. Then I lose hope sake of it be sad. I made a clip informing you guys about the Fetish Speech Association about to go on. They're also going on the protest. Yes. In a preview, I think the last two videos, I gave light on. The Catholic Church also going on a protest. So right now, Catholic Church are going on a protest. A conforming also protest. Nananom and God. Charlie, it has gotten spiritual. Can you imagine? For a country's problem, this is not a political problem, this is a social problem, an environmental problem, an economic problem, to now become a spiritual problem. Do you know how serious something has to become for it to transcend the physical and go spiritually? Do you know how powerful, how dangerous something must be? This is more powerful than COVID-19. I don't think anybody attributed COVID-19 to spirituality. It didn't work. COVID-19 grew spiritual levels to the point where I conform by group. When it was COVID-19, did you see any fetish priests out there doing hey, COVID-19? Hey, nobody did that. Nobody. Everybody was in their room. Everybody was relying on the government. Everybody was relying on health organizations to regulate things, to put things in place, because it is a physical issue. It was a global issue. It was something that you could see. Same thing with Galamsey. We can see the water bodies are being destroyed. Day in, day out, you see videos circulating on social media. Videos bear 4 billion. All about water bodies being destroyed. And yet still, people will not hear. And when the leaders J.I. give us, I feel a spirituality. And I'm sure they are even fortified there. Me assure they are even fortified there. For something to be physical, to be a physical problem, and then it has turned into a spiritual fight. It says a lot. It says a lot about the effort that people are investing into solving it. It says a lot about the effort that people are taking to create awareness about it. You are creating awareness right now. The gods are aware that we are crying. Yes. The gods are now aware that, in so many say, maybe young small boys no good top or no. That's what the boys, that's what the gods did. They talk. Nananum tisimu Kofom me yare say no lie. The last time when Samuel Okudzeto revealed that there were 11 new mining licenses issued on the same day that the president was meeting with the the organized labor. The names that were being mentioned, it didn't sound like some companies' names. It sounds like individual name near the enterprise account, near the limited account, near the corporation, near the mining near the account. Those names, he even said that they were very, very interesting names. Very, very interesting because they sound like the names of individual. So every mining, you can go to a place, the water body, the mining go there, it's not going to any corporations bottom. One person, that person, the way he will forsake, if your name, if you know your name is on just that 11 people with them list, if you know your name is on it, my brother, go and close down the mine and announce or somebody shit. Right now, I'm looking at other religious practices in the country. They should also get invested. I don't know if Hinduism and Buddhism and Tutuism and the for no. If you are there and you are even in secret, please invest time into this, because last, we all will go suffer. You see, you let your boss come and carry you out of the country. That one is my back case. You get me? Yeah. I also look to the Muslims. Please get involved. Get involved. And yes, if all the water spoil and we don't have clean water to enter the mosque, it will be a problem. You know that per your teachings, I'm not very learned on Muslim practices, but I know that they have to wash some parts of their body before entering the mosque. It is a rule. It is part of their belief. So, if all the waters get contaminated, all the waters become chokomilo, and you're using chokomilo to wash your hands and your knee, your legs, and everything before entering of it, already know if you are dirty, you are dirtying yourself and entering the house of Allah. the mosque, and be the house of Allah, same thing. Charlie, it be serious matter. Where you reach, it be critical something now. It no be joke. Something that turns spirituality, it no be joking matter. Alright, let's settle that one. And let's move on to this one. They are saying that what's this thing? The protesters, the ones that were jailed, they are to be released on a bill of 70K. And people on social media are about saying, why 70K? Why 70K? Relax. Let me explain it to you. Okay, so the 70K bill that they are being released on, this is the whole gist of it. You are in prison. Your lawyers are arguing for the judge to let you out because you are innocent. The judge says, okay, but we will call you back to come and defend yourself. So, in order for we to be assured that you will go and come back, two people are going to represent you. Your two friends are going to represent you. If you go and you jackpot out of the country, if you don't come back, those two friends, are to pay 70K. So it's a kind of contract. It doesn't mean that they should pay 70K before they release them. You will be released. But if you run away, if they call you at 2 a.m, Tuesday, and you say, no, I can't come. Let me come 4 o'clock in the evening, Wednesday. My brother, my sister, your friends are going to pay 70K. That is the whole point of the bill. It is not something complicated. I don't know why people are making news about this. We thank God that they are being released in the first place. Yes. That is the good news about this whole aftermath. They deny international global. This is it. At least one of our hashtags was fulfilled. The citizens are now being freed. That one there, we can cross it out of our bucket list. The other one, the whole genesis of all of this, that one is still in effect. And I don't know what is being done about it. It is very, 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 very bad. I don't know what is being done about it. 14,000 NTU. World Health Organization say the bare minimum is 14,000. We are no longer using alum to purify our water. We are using polymer, wastewater. Something that is used to purify wastewater is now what is being used to purify Ghana's water bodies. I'm sure you right now you are watching me. You are drinking pure water. Yes. You've bought some standard and now bought take a free gym. And you say what feeling we are saying, you. If only we could put it under a microscope or pass it through a nephrometer. And I'll do say, yeah. And no cry purify now, cup distill water and water to no cry. No come when I'll be 25 because and taking 25 NTU out of 14,000, that is pure water. Don't get me wrong, these are all my measurements, but I'm just saying that. I mean, bro, come on. The tap water right now, I don't think anybody is bathing clean water in Ghana. No matter how pure it looks, I don't think anyone is bathing clean water unless you started importing water. I know there are already some regions in Ghana that they are importing water from other regions. So imagine that those water bodies, they get destroyed, they get contaminated, and it is soon to reach all the water bodies because it has gotten critical. It has reached up. It has passed that point. What am I even talking about? I didn't do spiritual level. What else do you want us to say? Maybe I'm tired. This is the aftermath of the Stop Galamsey Now Free the Citizens protest. It is the whole gist of what has happened till current date. Yes. So if you don't know, now you know. Tell a friend to tell a friend that right now, they only run so soon. My name is Manifect. This is the end of the episode. Thank you for watching. Bye.